Hello, everyone, and welcome to Random Talk with NG. My name is Ngozi Obiefuna, and it feels so great to be here again. Let me also use this medium to welcome you all to the month of February, commonly known as the month of love. Today, we'll begin a three-part series on love, and in today's episode, I'll be having a conversation on love with my very own, my dearest friend, Omoyosola, aka Yoshi. Hi Yoshi, welcome to Random Talk with NG. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I am.
So I'm curious though, why Yoshi? How did you form that name?
I don't think you want to hear the story. Anyway, it was this Lagos people who I introduced myself to someone saying, "Hi, my name is Yosola." And I was like, Yoshi. I'm like, wow. At first, I was like, really? And I like the Yoshi character from Mario. So, I mean, I just liked the name and it kind of stuck.
So that makes sense. So, firstly, I just want to acknowledge and thank you for being one of the people that pushed me to begin the podcast. I know we had a series of discussions last year about starting the podcast, and you were like, just do it. And when you do it, make sure you invite me, and I just want to say thank you. So, we're here to just talk about anything and everything, basically discuss love in every regard, because February is usually associated with love yeah. Thanks to Valentine's Day and all. I mean, do you have any plans for Valentine's Day? Should I come take you out?
As we speak, there's nothing. It's just a regular Tuesday for now. I don't know.
Well, for some of us, we'll be working towards meeting a work deadline. So yes, it's going to be a very busy day for us indeed.
Okay, so I'm actually really proud of you. It's one thing to keep talking about the idea and not do anything, but when I saw your first post, I'm like, yes, this is it. And honestly, I'm so proud. I'll borrow some of your courage. I'm still trying to, But yeah, I'm actually so proud of you. So it's a good thing, and I'm happy to be here. I've been booking my spot since then.
So
I'm here finally.
You get to be the very first person I'm having the live recording with. So I considered you. I considered you.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
Love.
What's your definition, or how do you view love?
Okay, so I've been thinking about this since we spoke, and every time I think about love, really, it's just one Bible verse that keeps coming to mind. I know it might sound cliche or whatever, but I think we don't really emphasize on this thing, because if we read it and understand it, I think we can understand what love is. So I'm talking about 1 Corinthians chapter 13.
Okay.
4-7, right? So I'll just read briefly what it means and try to differentiate on what I understand. If you don't mind, anyway.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So it says, love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It's not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, and is always hopeful and endures through every circumstance. Love is enough, because when you love someone, you'd be kind to the person, you'd understand the person, you love the person, you will forgive the person even before the person wrongs you. Can you imagine how crazy that is? This love thing is deep. It's so deep. I feel we don't really comprehend what it is, but love is everything. I don't know how to explain it more than that.
Oh gosh, I mean, When I heard you mention First Corinthians chapter 13, it touched me because I remember years back at a youth gathering when we were meant to discuss something for Bible study, and then the president said First Corinthians chapter 13. So when I opened it and I read it, it was such a deep reading for me. And then coincidentally, later that night, so while we prayed at home, my mom actually opened First Corinthians chapter 13. And then she came from the angle of, she also read verses 4 to 7. And then after she read it out, she said, so in place of love, you need to replace love with your name. So we read love is patient, love is kind. So as you're reading it, you're asking yourself, okay, you're reading it, you're saying Mary Ann is patient, Mary Ann is kind. And then the question you should ask yourself is, are you really patient? Are you really kind? That's pretty much such an wholesome definition of love, because it's just all encompassing and all. Even though I don't think in our day and age we pretty much see these things. I mean, we may find it in people, but maybe we've not yet found the people with such qualities as described in First Corinthians chapter 13. So what are your thoughts about love with regards to self-love now?
Okay, so just like, I think like throughout from the definition that we started with, because just like you said, like your mom said, you should replace your name with is Mary Ann kind, is Mary Ann patient. You know, all these things too, when it comes to self-love, is, you know, you need to also be patient with yourself, even if you're not, you're trying to depict, are you love? Right? That's when you say is Mary Ann patient, is Mary Ann love. But self-love, so love towards yourself, will be these things towards yourself. Now, are you kind to yourself? Are you patient with yourself? Are you honest with yourself? Because they also spoke about honesty. You know, are you rude to yourself? You're just like anyhow, negative talk, negative energy all the time. Like these things, because even the Bible says, love thy neighbor as thyself. Right? So you first need to know how to love yourself and what loving yourself means for you to be able to love your neighbor as yourself. So these things like need to also reflect when it comes to you. Although, like, I think the first a lot of people just attribute self-love to pamper and care, take myself out for dinner. I think it's like way deeper than that, because you also need to be honest with yourself. It's like going back to that definition. You need to be realistic with yourself, right? Even in the course of being honest with yourself and your situation, you also need to be kind to yourself. You need to forgive yourself. Some of us we can't even look in the mirror like and stare back at ourselves and be happy. Do you understand? A lot of people don't even know how to be with themselves, like their own company and noise and scare. So I think like we need to sit back sometimes and understand, like, know ourselves, love yourself. Nobody's perfect. That's the honest truth. Even with your flaws, loving yourself doesn't mean you shouldn't work on your flaws. It even means you should work harder to be a better person, right? Because we all want to be better people. So loving yourself is being the best version of you. You get? So like, I think a lot of us like need to, especially we Nigerians, we need to chill and be more forgiving of ourselves. And I think when we do that, the kind of love we will reflect on other people will be different. But I think it's just sad that the world cannot just be a bed of roses and love everywhere, because we still need bad people. Like it's yin yang, good and evil.
I get your thoughts and I share your views and thoughts on self-love, because truly it's not, when you hear people talk about self-love, when you hear them post talk about self-love, most people just think about the aspect about pampering and all those things. But I get your views on the forgiveness part and other stuff that you've talked about. And then I'm just wondering now, how can you be sure that you love someone with regards to loving people now?
That's a very serious question. Because another thing I've realized over the years, especially in recent years, is, you might love your friend, right? But the way you express that love to your friend, you might not really be, how to explain, we all have different love languages. So I might love you now, Mary. Like, obviously I love you, Marianne. But imagine I want to, like, maybe show the love I have for you, right? and then now start to do things that maybe your love language is quality time. But instead, they're just constantly like send you gifts. Yes, nobody is saying that you wouldn't appreciate it, but I won't reach out to you. I don't think it'll touch as much as if I say, okay, let's go out, spend time, watch a movie. Do you get? Yeah, so that's even in the aspect of like professing love or manifesting love, whatever, in male or female. But I think when you love your friend, there are some fundamentals really you use, like trusting the person, respecting the person's boundaries, just showing basic kindness, for your friend, and being graceful as well. A lot of friends sometimes, like, you hang out with a friend and you leave the friend all drained and you carry like negative energy because they've just, I don't know, bothered you with things that you're not supposed to. I think we as friends too need to be more sensitive to our friends because everyone is dealing with something or the other. Do you get what I mean? Ensure that when you converse with your friend or when you hang out with your friend, both of you have left on a note where you guys feel energized. I love those kind of, like, I live for this kind of conversations, this kind of company, because leave the conversation feeling worse than I came, then what's the point? I don't want to be your friend if that's what it is, right? So just that basic kindness, like people that go out and ask stupid sensitive questions, that's not your business really. That thing still baffles me. That thing is not love. You say it's because I love you. It's a lie. It's not because you love me. You're just like nosy. You don't know what to say, right? I would give an example. People will come up to you and say, oh, so when are you getting married? These people are supposed to be your friends. This is a sensitive. Do you think that me, as old as I am, I'm not thinking about it? In that moment, you're coming to ask me, are you bringing a solution? Do you have a man with you? They're saying, okay, this is the man married. You get? So it's not as if the conversation is solution driven. It's just more, it's like you're adding to the person's problems, because trust me, they know. People know when you're a friend, you're supposed to show love, radiate kindness. You get? Make people feel safe to be around you, not the other way around. So like we need to practice love more often and more kindness and everything in general. Ourselves and to people.
in addition to what you said, I mean, you see some people's chats and then the next thing you just intentionally ignore them because no, this line you're towing, this path you're towing, exactly. I'm not ready. Don't stop asking me these questions. I don't even want to hear. I beg, I don't even want to hear. And you had said something about respect and all. I had a conversation with someone a few days ago, and I was like 2 days ago, and he said that for him, he doesn't want someone that he is not interested in love. Just respect him, and that's enough. And all 6 of us that were with him were like, why? What do you mean? Is love respect alone? I know we say love is not enough, but why would you want just someone that respects you and he just feels like if the person respects him, then everything falls into place? And I'm wondering, is that really true?
Sorry to this person if you are listening to this podcast. So the thing, love is respect. Quite all right, but love is not just respect. I think the person needs to walk back. The reason that person thinks like that is most likely growing up, the way he perceived love or the way love was being shown where he's coming from is through respect. His mom most likely respected his dad so much. Do you understand? But guess what? That's maybe the only thing he saw. But love is also a lot of other things. You can yes, when you respect someone, you want to be kind to the person, you want to be nice, you want to be, well, it's not just, it's beyond respect, because there's loyalty, there's accountability. I get that, yes, when you respect the person, but it's not everybody you respect that you do a lot of things for, if you get what I mean. So like love is way bigger than just respect, right? And I think maybe that's the way he understands, or he has seen love to manifest over the years. That's why he would say he wants someone to just respect, which is not, I mean, it's not a crime. I just hope he also gets the full package and not just respect.
That's just true. That's just true. I mean, even the guys that sat with us, they had the thought like, no, that's not it. And he said, yeah, go and ask any girl. Just go and ask any lady. You would see that as long as she shall want someone that she'll be able to respect. And I said, hello, I'm a lady and I don't share the same views with you, but I told him I was going to ask. So he's definitely going to listen because I took permission from him before asking this question. And in terms of sharing love or showing love, how best do you give love? How best do you show love to people, to your family, your friends,
Yeah,
acquaintances?
so okay, so me generally, the way I express love generally is like, I don't know, when I'm it's not as if I'm not a nice person. I was going to say I'm nice to you, but generally it's not as if I'm not nice, but like I like to feed people. Like, let me cook for you. Let me pamper you. Let me just like care for you the best way I can. But then I also realized that you also need to know what love means to these people to be able to reach out wholesomely. Right, that's something I've come to realize over the years, because you have different type of friends, right? You have I'm not talking about relationship now. I'm even talking about on a broader scale, of which even relationship, your partner sometimes might not have. What if he's not a food person? Do you understand? So cooking, all that is just basic to the person at that point. You're not reaching out, but you're there trying to express jiggers, but it's not really hitting where it's supposed to hit. So like, okay, what makes this person happy? Oh, he likes to read books. Then buy him books randomly. Do you get what I'm saying? It would feel like, oh yes, you reached this person, and it would just be wholesome. But apart from like the fundamentals of being nice and kind and sensitive to your friends, I think you should also know the things that appeal to your friends. Not all of them. I mean, that's why I have a small circle. I know what my friends like. I don't like stress like that. But yeah.
Oh, that's actually interesting. I mean, you hear people talk about the different ways to express love, and it's actually nice to know what love means to someone else so that you can best express it, because you may, as you said, you may think that buying books for the person is a way of expressing love. Meanwhile, the person's mode of receiving love is you getting native words for him or her, or getting wigs, and then sharing job opportunities.
The person is big on appearance. You get exactly.
Yes, I mean, for me, I know that one of my own ways of receiving love is when you share memes with me, so I can post on my status.
Yeah, meme sharing is a new love language that needs to be added. Like, no, guys, we have to add it.
I've already added it, so I don't know why you've not added it.
Like, sharing memes is like the best thing.
It just relieves lots of stress and just makes you feel so good about yourself. And so, in terms of loving others now, do you think people can change when they love someone? I'm just wondering.
So that question for me is always tricky. I don't think someone improving on themselves, because like people, when I say change, I mean people evolve. It's not as if you stop, you just like get better, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that is solely reliant on other people, right? Although other people can influence it, right?
Yeah.
But when you have to make that decision to say, you know what, maybe I want to do this because this person loves me. But you need to get to that point of self-realization where, you know, okay, this is a bad habit. I need to improve for this person. Or I need to improve for me, first of all. And then you will reflect onto the... Because if the main aim for improving yourself sometimes is reliant on other people, during the bad days, the chances that you give up are even higher. Because it's not... the motivation is not necessarily from you. It's from someone else. Do you understand? Someone else is the one fueling it, and at some point you're going to be like, please, I did not kill anybody. Okay. Other than when you get to that point to say, I want to be a better man, I want to reduce the way I maybe do certain things because I love this woman and because I love myself, or because I love this man and because I love myself. Do you get? So I think you have to hit like self. It's more sustainable when you hit self-realization yourself and you do it for yourself first, than just solely doing it because of someone else. And that's what I think about that.
I agree with you, because in the long run, I mean, if I didn't change for myself, I may just find myself relapsing into my...
Exactly.
I stop talking to this person.
Exactly. When you're not there again, what happens? Exactly.
You just relapse and you get 3 times worse than you were initially.
Exactly.
And inquisitive on your thoughts about love with regards to relationships now. Is love at first sight possible? doesn't really
So
exist.
yes, it does exist. So this is the thing. Yes, I think it does exist because physical attraction is very powerful.
Mm.
There's some people that like you just see, I'm like, this boy, I'm going to love you. No, that might not happen, but like in the moment, I don't know if it happens to you. There's some people that you just see, they're so beautiful and you're happy. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I see like beautiful, both men and women, and I'm just like,
Yes.
oh my God, well done. Like, you get
God did create.
Exactly. So that kind of thing, sometimes the first attraction of seeing the person, maybe the person ticks all your physical attribute boxes. Yes, you get excited. Some people feel the immediate butterflies in their belly. I'm speaking out of
Yeah.
Yes, but that would not sustain the relationship. That might just be the start of something. Yes, but it never sustains the relationship because it's way beyond. Because when you now start to get to know the person's bullshit and the person starts to know your bullshit, you no longer see that fine girl that you saw that day.
You want to run.
Exactly. So, but I think I believe in love at first sight. Like sometimes some people just strike you and like, oh my God, what a beaut.
Well, for you, love at first sight, but for me, maybe likeness.
So what do you think?
I just think for me, it might be likeness at first sight. Just appreciate the person's creation and be like, God, did they create all those kind of stuff? And then maybe much later, but I'm not sure. I believe the love at first sight thing. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about that.
So you didn't like any of have you liked any of your like partners on first sight? Like just like maybe you liked them, not even love. Sorry, I'm putting you on the hot spot.
I'm thinking. So technically, no.
Okay, that's interesting.
Just, out of deep conversations, other stuff that would have brought us together. Not at first sight. I mean, at first sight, you just be like, this person, let's just friend zone this person or brother zone this person. Later in life, the universe has a way of working it.
Okay, I feel you.
And I've heard people say that they believe in love at first sight, though. Yeah. But what are your biggest fears? I mean, what's your biggest fear about being in a relationship?
Yeah, my sister. This question,
oh my God.
I was still thinking about it yesterday. Honestly, so me personally, I have been out of like a relationship for a bit, right? And in my mind, I'm like, try this thing again. But the things I've seen on the streets of Lagos, my darling, they scare me to my very bones. Like, I'm scared of wasting my time. Like, I promise you, that's one thing I'm scared of. Like, yes, life is a risk. You have to take risk. Love, even every day, is a risk. But I'd rather use that time by myself than decide to want to invest that time with someone and it ends up being a waste. Although truly it's not really a waste because I mean you guys will most likely have like good times, but you get what I mean. Like you understand what I mean? It's more painful when it's now a very bad person. Because you don't just waste time. You probably got traumatized in the course of it and you're carrying baggage for another how many. Bruh, it's so draining. The thought of it alone, I'm like, God. But then it doesn't mean we won't try. God should just give us wisdom. And I think the thing is maybe being more attentive. Almost some people are very crafty, especially in this Lagos.
Exactly. I mean, that's the point. I had this conversation with my friend a few days back, and I remember telling him that I just wish, when you meet someone for the first time, you can just sit on their forehead like, or yes or no, like just something that will just help you to
Honestly, like a sign.
and
It's
just
that
keep it moving,
sign.
because you invest a lot of time, emotions, and at the end it
Yes.
doesn't work. And then, I mean, if it ends peacefully, it really doesn't end peacefully, but then if it ends peacefully, that's fine. But if it ends in such a way that, you know, some people, you hear their relationship stories and how they are traumatized, and how relationships give them some serious PTSD, and you're like, wow,
Yeah,
that's
like carrying another form of trauma.
yes. But I think that for me, the biggest fear would be that you wouldn't really know to a great extent whether this person is being real with you or the person ending. Because as you said, people can be really crafty. People can just be there for something, but just be there to help you pass time. And that's something. And now what we see on the streets is the fact that most people are not willing to commit. People are not willing to put in the work, because relationship is work, whether we agree, whether we like it or not. A lot of work and commitment has to be put in, but some people just want to eat their cakes and have it, and
actually have it.
It's not possible. You have to be in or out. You really can't decide. You really can't choose to just say you want to do anything and everything at the same time.
But when you the one that upsets me the most, when you guys are talking and everything, and then you say things like, "Oh, let's see how it goes. Let's go with the flow." Go with which flow, sir? Where are we going to?
Yes, now
where are we headed?
You have to pass the assessment. You have to pass the test. You have to pass the interviews. You know, all the interview questions that the person would ask you. Then the person will decide whether or not to, you know, go with the flow or to just cut it there. Build the barricade and let it just keep going.
Anybody that wants to go with the flow is not ready to be committed. So like if and I think another thing is we need to be honest with ourselves, especially us women, right? Now there's some situations that you know deep down in your heart that this thing, it might not work, right? But maybe because you started, you're like, oh, let's just run with it. And then at the end of the day, you now realize that it didn't work. And you wasted all that time and all that effort. So I think that we need to be honest with ourselves. When you know that this situation is not going to, don't start with the hopes of, oh, things will turn out. What is going to turn around? You know that thing is not going to turn around. So like sometimes just let it go. And now I believe in letting go early than waiting for some miracle to happen that things will. Let's not waste that time.
Is letting okay, yes, if you let go early enough, I mean, yes, fine. Not when you're already knee deep into it, and then it's quite difficult because you become too attached to this person and all. But what are your thoughts on moving on? I mean, moving on after a relationship. Do you think it's something that it's easy? I mean, I know that people would say, yes, take all the ice cream you want.
Cream, yeah. No easy anything, my darling.
Oh my gosh.
I just don't know like how I would honestly like to share my personal experience. But like it's not easy. It's not just ice cream. I wish ice cream. But also I think it also depends on the kind of relationship you was and how deep like you were in the maybe me, I'm a very emotional person. Not even maybe. I am a very emotional person. And I know that there was a period where I was trying to get over a heartbreak, and it took me some months. I just don't want to be specific, but it took me months of like, sometimes like I'm just doing my thing. Maybe I'm driving to work, and next thing I'm crying. Like this is not even planned, but like the pain. And I don't form hard guy where it's not necessary. So all those people that I'll be saying a hard guy. No, once I feel the pain, I let out the tears. Like, because this is years of loving someone. So you can't expect that you just wake up the next morning and you don't feel the love again. You understand? You literally have to purge this person out of your system. So it's not, I really hope, like, I give kudos to people that like know how to move on so quickly, especially those people that have been in like really long, deep relationships. I don't know how they do it, but it took me a bit of time. But these days, like, I think it depends on how attached you were and the kind of person. Some people use other people to move on immediately. Some people just bury themselves deep into. So one thing that helped me as well, I buried myself deep into work. So work was a bit distracting. Even with all that distraction, I still cried so many days. Like so many days. But then it's not easy. But you also have to just, take the process. Don't rush. Don't form hard guy. It's okay to feel the pain. It's okay to just take it easy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Moving on can be quite difficult. I know my siblings tease me sometimes. Will say, "Oh, that time that you were served breakfast, the next thing you would say is you want to go to the convent." I would always say, the convent. I want to be a reverend sister. This outside world does not just make sense. I'm not doing it again. And then when it seems like, oh, you're about to, fall in love somehow, you'll say, how about the convent plan? I'm like, okay, let's just hold that thought. Let's hold that thought. Because it's just crazy. And it feels like Love in Lagos is an entirely different love scenario.
Completely different. What?
It's just amazing. It's really amazing. Can you do long, distant relationships? Do you survive?
Yeah, it's a funny thing. When I was younger, that used to be my thing. It was something I was okay with. I was comfortable with. I think the older I grew, and then I tried a relationship where it was same location, right? And it was so different. So now I don't even know. So it also depends on the long distance. If you're abroad, I'm in Nigeria, it's going to be tough. Are you going to come here once a month?
Oh my god!
But some people too, their long distance is mainland and island. Though. Some people that's their long distance. But I mean, that's still okay when you think like city, Lagos, it's just traffic as But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earlier on, it would have been quite easy. You're schooling in Enugu, the person is in Lagos, you would claim.
See, anybody that's in long distance relationship, anybody, the person still forget they're sharing your boyfriend or girlfriend with the entire Lagos.
Yeah, not serious.
Okay, that's not true for everybody.
No. Continue. After all, you're in Lagos. I mean, so it's easy to say that if your partner is not in Lagos, we can as well assume.
Just have it somewhere at the back of your mind that it's crazy.
It's just crazy, and you'll be praying that God, I beg.
God, I beg.
Let this person just behave. But what's the best relationship advice that someone has ever given you that stuck with you and you think really makes sense per se?
This one was not given to me directly, but I was at a wedding last year, and the pastor was trying to make an illustration of marriage, and how to cope. And then he gave an example of a woman that gives birth to a child through CS. You have to cut her open, right? And when they stitch the skin together, it takes a while to heal. So what he was trying to say is that even your flesh, sometimes when it's stitched together, it takes time for it to come together as one. So it also applies to marriage, to relationship. Always remember that both of you are coming from two different places. Both of you are coming from two different backgrounds.
Yeah.
You don't have the same experiences through life. So your ideologies it might be similar, but it can't be the same all through. So you need to learn to be patient. You need to learn. It just goes back to everything that love is. You need to learn to be kind. You need to learn to be forgiving. But I think it makes a lot of sense when both of you are on the same page and both of you want the same thing out of yourselves. Do you get? Because I feel it's always sad when it's one-sided, right? Yeah. Because when flesh is coming together, both of them are coming together to become one. So two people in a relationship, if people know that, okay, yes, you want to get married, you will start to work in accordance with each other to be one. When you get married, you have to understand that you're now one, like a unit. So you need to communicate with each other. You need to be kind. You need to be patient. A lot of us, I think, patience is another thing that's missing. We're not as forgiving. Although some people will take that forgiveness for granted and keep, doing stupid things and expecting you because they say sorry for you to forgive them all the time. But I'm talking about two people that want to do something. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. Not someone that's just taking advantage. We need to learn to be more graceful as human beings, because even we ourselves are not perfect. Right. So I think that really stuck with me. Like, you really did stick with me, and like, just understand that this thing is collaboration. It's 100% from you, 100% from me. It's not 50-50. It's us giving our all to make this work. Decided to be together. Do you get? So that's why people have to, I think your goals have to align. People need to want the same thing so that you work in accordance to that. Because if you're with a guy that doesn't want to marry you, you want married, the guy doesn't want married, you look like you're doing too much. Do you understand? You always feel pain because the guy will not give you enough because he's not operating at marriage level. You are the one operating at that level. So I think if people can just be more honest with their intentions as well, I think life will be a better place. Like, if you don't want the same thing I want, let me know. Do you understand? If you want what you want, then let me know and be honest and straightforward about it. Like, I think that would really help. But it is what it is. People are funny.
Crazy about it. It really is. Like, if people would actually be more honest, it would help a lot. It would actually help a lot. So, any other thoughts you want to share before we bring the show to a close? Any questions?
No, so I just like word for people out there. This is February. Single people are still. Don't let anybody press your neck. It's true. Like, sometimes the pressure can be worse, especially from social media. But you don't let anything get to you. And like, use this period also to take yourself out. Look inwards. Love yourself more. Like, get to know yourself. What you like? What don't you like? Enjoy your own company. Take yourself. It's not only people that are in relationships that should enjoy Valentine's. Even as friends, as families, is love, right? So enjoy it as best as you know how to. Don't let anybody make you feel depressed.
The pressure is
the pressure, my sister. The pressure is bad. Even if it helps, don't open Instagram that day. You won't die.
Okay. So I won't open Instagram. Fine, that's fine. But maybe after work, I'll just look for a way to sit out. But then when I sit out, I'll see people.
Please, I beg, enjoy your drink. Call a friend, chat to people. No, because guess what? They're also there celebrating, and you can't fault them, right? So I think we should just enjoy it as much as we can, right? Just do what really makes you feel happy and special.
Yeah. I mean,
you can't with your friends. You can celebrate Valentine's. Like, of
course. I think that one of the best Valentine's celebrations I've had was actually with a friend of mine. It was actually very nice. We just sat, we gisted a long time, saved ourselves lots of Lagos traffic.
Exactly.
And I always find myself at work on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
You would work, and then maybe you're tired. You're leaving the office by 9, and next thing you're in traffic because people are trying to
everywhere,
all this kind of stuff. But and then it's always interesting. I know last Valentine at the office, those that got gifts and edibles sent over to them, they really shared. It was more like they were celebrating Valentine's with us and all. And even this Valentine's, my team and I, we're going to have some sort of celebration because we know we'll be working late that day. So we'll be planning our own celebration and all. And it's always nice. It's always nice. I mean, celebrating it with the people you love, your family, your friends, yourself too. See a movie, just have fun, drink wine.
Yeah, eat what you like, just do you.
Important to still pass. It's just a day. And you know what makes a day really special, I mean, apart from being alive, is the fact that there is an occasion attached to it. So after that, after 14 comes 15, so we move.
We've moved. Do you understand?
Time goes on, and then everybody's just going to chill, and we'll look forward to the next Valentine's where we'll make noise and the cycle continues and all. But it's fine. It's fine. Yoshi, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Nice discussion with you.
Yeah.
Hoping to see
I really
you.
enjoyed myself.
I'm glad you did. Hoping to see you soon. We need to hang out though.
Yes, like we do. You need to come back.
When I'm back, I'll pay you a visit and we'll plan something.
No wahala. All right.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed the conversation between Yosola and I. Till I come your way next time, this is Random Talk with NG. Here is wishing you a beautiful and productive week ahead.